and State Election Commissioner Shri K. Sharma, also member of the Delimitation Commission. We are also joined by Deputy Election Commissioner Shri Chandbhushan Kumar and Chief Election Officer here Shri Devesh Kumar. मैं परिशीलन आयोग के अध्यक्षा जस्टिस देसाई से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे अपनी ओपनिंग रिमार्क से आरंभ करें और श्री तंत्रा परिशीलन आयोग की 6 जुलाई से यहाँ हुई मीटिंग्स का ब्यौरा बताएं। तत्पश्चात हम उनके सवाल ले पाएंगे। मैडम, may kindly address the press conference.
Good morning to all of you, and I welcome you to this press conference. It's a privilege to be part of this historic exercise of delimitation. As part of Delimitation Commission, we are really overwhelmed by the participation of various stakeholders in large numbers who provided qualitative input during our interactions. We are here for about 3 days now, and we have interacted with them, and we have taken note of their suggestions, their views, and we will definitely consider all those their representations as well as whatever they have expressed to us. As you know, delimitation is a constitutionally mandated exercise, and we collectively have been tasked with this onerous work, which we are confident of completing after following due process as laid down in the law. This is our first visit to the UT, and I assure you, it is not our last. We have come again to interact with many more people. This process of consultation is a complex exercise, and this commission will take all necessary steps to continue this engagement. This occasion, let me place on record the support and assistance extended by the UT administration and all the concerned officers in making this visit successful. We acknowledge the active participation of all the political parties at Srinagar, Jammu, Anantnag and Kishtwar where we went, and all the DOs and their teams, all of officials facilitated this exercise. As usual, media has been a great support in creating a conducive environment for this process. Lastly, let me thank the Chief Electoral Officer of the UT in putting everything in place for this visit. Now I will request my esteemed colleague, Honorable Chief Election Commissioner, Sri Sushil Chandra, to brief you on the delimitation process.
Honorable Chairperson, Justice Desai, my colleague Honorable Sharma, State Election Commissioner, and all the friends of media. The delimitation is a complex exercise, but the electoral democracy must perform it periodically to fulfill the requirement of territorial representation and our Constitution and this Act. Jammu and Kashmir has a long history of delimitation. In 1951, the then state was having 100 seats as delimited by the Delimitation Committee. 25 of these seats were for POJK. However, first full-fledged Delimitation Commission was formed in 1981, which could submit its recommendations after 40 years in 1995. And it was based on 1981 census. Thereafter, no census had taken place. No delimitation. In 2020, this Delimitation Commission was constituted to carry out exercise on the basis of census 2011 as per section 62 of the Jammu and Kashmir Act 2019. That is the last available census, and with the mandate to add 7 more seats in the UT and ST seats were also being provided. The Delimitation Act 2002 provides the manner of this process. Although the Supreme Court in its judgment held that delimitation is not a mere mathematical exercise. We can't go on the tabletop. It must reflect the political aspiration of a society bound by geography and different topography. As per Section 44 of the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, it is very clear that 24 seats in the Legislative Assembly of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir shall remain vacant and shall not be taken into account for reckoning the total membership of the assembly. And the said area and the seat shall be excluded in delimiting the territorial constituencies as provided under Part 5 of this Act. Section 61 of the Jammu and Kashmir Act 2019 also specifies the number of seats to be reserved for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes in the Legislative Assembly having regard to the relevant proposed provisions of the Constitution. This is the first time under this Act that the seats will have to be provided to the scheduled tribes also. In determining these matters, the Commission shall have regard to the following provision, namely, all the constituencies shall be single-member constituencies. All constituencies shall, as far as practicable, be geographically compact areas. And in delimiting them, regard shall have to be made to physical features as the boundaries of the administrative units, facilities of communication, and convenience to the public. Meaning thereby that the delimitation will have to be done on the census of 2011. And having regard to the census, the four factors will also have to be considered which I have mentioned just now. While the current commission was constituted on 6 March 2020, the third member, Mr. S.K. Sharma, the State Election Commissioner, could join only on December 2020. And also COVID situation delayed some work of the Delimitation Commission. During this period, however, the Commission started data collection and map collection related to districts, Tehsil, Patwa, Halkas. The Chief Electoral Officer of Jammu and Kashmir provided all the details of census 2011, which has also been collected from Registrar General. The Commission also invited associate members for this commission. Besides our chairperson and 2 members, has got 5 associate members also. And the Commission also invited associate members for a meeting in February 2021, which was participated by 2 members only. Meanwhile, series of interaction happened with the Deputy Commissioners, DOs, for collection of inputs concerning data, map, and specific concerns related to the delimitation. The Delimitation Commission had virtual meetings with all the DOs and the Deputy Commissioners of the Jammu and Kashmir regarding the concerns and regarding the data verification. After going through the data and input provided by the DOs, DCs, some important issues related to the existing administrative matters have been noticed. During this visit, the Commission has been provided more feedback. Some of these are, which I would like to share with the media, that in 1995, it was 12 districts, which has gone up to 20 now. At that time, when the last delimitation was done, it was only 12 districts, and now the number of districts have gone to 20. Number of tehsils have gone up from 58 to 270. In 12 districts, constituency boundaries are extended beyond district's limit. 88 tehsils are distributed in more than one AC. So there is an overlapping of the districts as well as the tehsils in the constituencies. Even some Patwari circles are also distributed in more than one AC. Even one village village is also divided in more than one AC. All such facts indicate that public face inconvenience on ground due to such anomalies. Thereafter, the Commission also decided to visit Jammu and Kashmir for first-hand ascertaining appreciation of data and the concerns of all stakeholders. In these 4 days, this is the 4th day that we are here in Jammu and Kashmir, the Commission not only visited 4 different locations, but also offered opportunities to various sections of the societies, besides local bodies, representatives, NGOs, civil society organizations, recognized and unrecognized political parties. We had meetings at Srinagar, we had meetings in Pahalgam, we also had meetings in Kishtwar, and we had meetings in Jammu. And in Srinagar and Jammu, In both the places, the commission had meetings up to 10:30 p.m. because of overwhelming response from various organizations. The commission met more than 290 groups of the people, including recognized political parties, registered parties, local bodies, civil societies, and these groups of 290 groups were consisting of something around more than 800 persons. So during these 3 days, commission had met more than 290 groups comprising of something around 800 persons in person we have heard. That shows the overall response and the overall response of the stakeholders into this exercise. The commission heard from all the groups in person. Some of the important points which these groups have made, because we have heard in person to them and we came to know certain more inputs given by them. Number one, they are quite happy to participate in the delimitation process. First time people from ground have been given opportunity to put forward their views in delimitation. Many persons had traveled quite a long distance when we had gone to this park. We found that the persons have come from very long distances and came to give us presentation. In the existing cases, a large number of administrative overlap exists, which puts people in at inconvenience. Because if one constituency is having 2 districts, then the persons are absolutely at a difficulty to reach to the collectors or the MLAs for their day-to-day work. Tribals are for the first time giving their mission. So they felt that it is really a welcome step, and they also put their lot of views as to how this ST reservation is to be done. Difficult terrain in some districts was not acknowledged in earlier delimitation, because many persons are living in a very difficult terrain in hill areas and all, and they informed to the commission that their problems and difficulties were not acknowledged by the institutions. Though population is to be the main criteria for the delimitation, but attention must be given to geographical compactness, topographical difficulties, communication challenges, and the public health challenges. These are also requested by various groups who had come from a different topography and geography to the commission. Some groups demanded reservations from specific communities and the groups also. This visit of the commission was to ascertain the ground realities of the union terrain. As I told you that it is not a theoretical exercise, it is not a mathematical exercise. It was to know the genuine concerns of the public, to know the genuine difficulties faced by the public and in the delimitation process. Because this delimitation is being done after almost 26 years. Taking all these into account, the different demands and the representation of the persons, a draft will be prepared. After we have heard so many groups and the persons, a draft of the delimitation will be prepared. Inputs of the associate members who are part of the commission will also be taken before draft is made public. Thereafter, draft recommendations will be put in public domain for comments. This is a very important thing which I like to share with the media. That after hearing all these persons and after hearing the associate members also, a draft will be prepared which will be put in the public domain for their comments, for their concerns on their particular thing, and only after seeing all that the comments on that particular draft, the final draft. So the opportunity will be given to the public at large to lodge their objections again on a draft which we will be sending, we will be making, and again that only then their things will be finalized. So our purpose of the commission is to take view of all the stakeholders in this particular exercise. This should be with all views which are possible on this issue. Only then we will be in a position to finalize the draft. The commission also had meeting with Chief Secretary of the UP, where DC. So that if a person requires still now to give some suggestion, if they want to give some information on the delimitation, they can submit their memorandum, they can submit their representation to their nodal officer. And by the evening, this will be finalized that to the nodal officer in the office of the DC. And that will also be communicated, the representation will be communicated to the delimitation commission for its consideration. So our purpose is that everyone who feels like to give any suggestions on this issue should give it to us. They can also send the suggestion directly to the Central Delimitation Commission. And because we have visited so many persons, we have had so many persons, still if some more persons want to give suggestions, they are most welcome, and they should give it to the nodal officer or to the commission directly. And the commission will definitely examine all the representatives in this office. Despite unprecedented pandemic, our work has gathered pace. With the support of all the people of UP of Jammu and Kashmir, we are sure to complete the delimitation process in fair, transparent, and judicious manner. This will be very fair and transparent, that we can assure. We once again thank the people of the UP for overwhelming response, for the people at large, and constant support in this constitutional exercise. We have got a very important role in this, and to disseminate information to the person and the people regarding the delimitation. Once again, I thank a lot, and to all of you who have come here and give me a chance to provide proper hearing on this issue. And all the three members on the list to decide, Mr. Sharma, who is the State Election Commissioner, and Chief Electoral Officer of our state, Mr. Desh, they will always be ready for any suggestions, any concern to understand and to take their tools to the delimitation. Thank you once again.
We are going to take in a few questions now. I request you, आपसे मैं इधर से शुरू करती हूँ, मैं रात्रि लूँगी, अब सवाल पूछने से पहले अपना नाम और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जरूर बताएं, पहली रो से लीजिए।
मैडम, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, कुछ सिमिलर रिपब्लिक टीवी से। आप लोग जो है जो कश्मीर में पहली बार आए हैं,
कृपया अपने मोबाइल फोन की साइलेंट मोड पर कर दें, हम शांति से सुन पाएंगे।
मैडम, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, आप जब कश्मीर में पहली बार आए, राजनीतिक दलों से आपने मुलाकात की, तकरीबन सभी राजनीतिक दल आए, लेकिन पीडीपी जो है वो इस बार आपसे मिलने के लिए नहीं आए। उन्होंने कहा कि इस प्रोसेस से अलग रहेंगे। इसको आप किस तरह देखते हैं, और जो बाकी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज का आपको सपोर्ट मिला या टीम ने आपके सामने ग्रीवेंसेस भी रखे, उसको आप किस तरह देखते हैं? दो सवाल।
सर, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू
So I need to provide hands up, please.
We can only interact with those who want to participate in the process. Those who do not want to participate, what we can see, we wish they all come. That's all.
And the second point is said that all the political parties that come, we really welcome. We have come with an open mind. We have come to see the concern of each and everyone. So we really welcome all the persons who have come, who have given their presentations, who have given their views. But this is a historical exercise, a constitutional exercise, and we expected that everybody should come and give their suggestions.
मैं अपना सवाल श्रीनगर से ले लूँ, फिर आपको पास वापस आती हूँ। श्रीनगर से कोई
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Please go ahead, अपना नाम बताएं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बताएं।
Well, I am Hakeem Irfan. I am a journalist with Economic Times newspaper. Ma'am, I just wanted to say that a lot of parties from Kashmir, they have expressed concerns and fears that this delimitation commission will work at the behest of a particular political agenda. They have told you also, they have informed you that this is what they told us. So, what kind of assurances will you give to these kind of aspersions and these concerns from Kashmir?
I can only assure you on behalf of myself and my colleagues here that the exercise is going to be transparent by the letter of law, and I don't think anybody should have any fears. We are very confident that we'll finish this as per the letter of law and most transparent manner. Otherwise, we would not be coming and spending 3-4 days here talking to so many people.
अगला सवाल आप
I'm Sujinder Suri and I represent the CNM. The people in Jammu, they have a concern. The people in Jammu, they have a concern. They say that when the earlier delimitation was done, Kashmir Valley got more seats and Jammu was left with less seats. Now that they have a mandate to add 7 more seats, so can the people in Jammu expect that they will finally get some justice?
For us, Jammu and Kashmir is one unity. And as I told you, that the delimitation will be done on the census of 2011, but also considering the various features like the geographical compactness, the conveniences, public conveniences,